second day, so we're finishing this worksheet. So how would I solve this problem here on the board?
Do the square for a cube thing?
What?
Do the cube thing?
Yeah, what would I do with it?
Take it times 3 and then add 10 times?
I would distribute it to every term that I have in the problem. Okay, that's what I would do. I would distribute that to every term. So really what I end up having is I end up having 3 cubed. I end up having x cubed cubed. I end up having y to the negative 5th cubed. I end up having 4 cubed. I end up having z to the negative 2nd cubed. Okay, and so then now we need to simplify. What is 3 cubed? 27. What is x to the 3rd cubed? X to the what? X to the what? X to the, say it louder, at night. What's this one going to be? Y to the what? Negative 15, good. On the bottom, what do we get? 64. Z to what power? Negative 6. Now, one of the things about negative powers is that sometimes they usually aren't in our answers. So this would be a time at which you would look at your multiple choice and you would say, oh, do I have negative exponents? And if you don't, you need to then simplify them. How do I simplify this negative exponent? What do I do? Move it to the bottom. How do I simplify this exponent? Move to the top. So really your final answer would be 27, x to the 9th, z to the 6th, over 64, y to the 15th. There you go. Okay. So that's your first problem. Questions? Let's move on to this one. Find the distance between the following points. And so this is one where you're probably not going to remember the distance formula. And so this is a point at which you could take out your reference sheet, and it should be on there. Okay, so that reference sheet that you had when you took, you need to find that location that says the distance between 2 points, and it gives you the distance formula there. Okay, so it gives you the distance formula. It says that the distance between 2 points is the square root of x2 minus x1 quantity squared plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared. And so now what we need to do is plug in those values. And so in this problem, what is x sub 2? It should be on one of those sides or the other. It's actually located on the top where it says coordinate geometry, distance between 2 points. Do you see that now? It's by linear equation forms. Okay, it's got the midpoint there as well as the slope. And so x sub 2 is going to be this value here. So I have negative 8 minus this one here, which is 2, quantity squared, plus 9 minus 5 quantity squared. So now we need to plug those in. So what is negative 8 and negative 2? So this is really negative 10. What is 9 and 5? 4. So then I have the square root of, what is negative 10 quantity squared? Okay, 100. And then plus 4 squared, which is 16. So my answer would be root 116. Now this is one where I don't think you need to simplify them, and in fact I'm pretty sure you don't. I'm pretty sure they leave it in this form, where it would just be root 116. Alright, let's look at another one. Okay, find the slope or find the distance between those 2 points. So distance between those 2 points. Square root of. Can somebody tell me what I'm going to do? 11 minus 7 squared plus what? Negative 2 minus negative 2 squared. Okay. So what is 11 minus 7? 4. So I end up getting 4 squared. What's negative 2 minus negative 2? 0. So what is 4 squared? 16. What is the square root of 16? 4. Now this is one in which if you look at the problem, the actual points, you could have gotten the distance there. Okay, because what do you notice about the y-coordinates? They're the same. So really, your distance is just from 7 to 11, which is 4. If not, you can use the formula. Next one, find the slope between the 2 points. Slope we know is what? Rise over run. So once again, say for example you forget. You've got the slope formula on that sheet. Okay, if you look at the slope formula, it's the second formula down below the distance formula. So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so what is y2? 5 minus negative 2 over what? 9 minus 4. Oops. So what is 5 minus negative 2? Over? There you go. Questions? Once again, this should be a review. We've already done this. You try this one for me. Okay? You try that one for me. 2, 1, 9, 1. Find the slope between those 2 points. So on the top, what did you get?
7.
On the top, what'd you get?
0.
You should have gotten 1 minus 1, which is 0. On the bottom, what'd you get? 9 minus 2, which is 7. What is 0 divided by 7? 0. Okay, 0 divided by 7 is 0. Now, if it had been the other way around, 7 divided by 0, what would that be? Undefined. Okay, so last thing we're going to look at, the vertices of rectangle A, B, C, D are A, 2, negative 1, B, 2, 7, C, negative 3, 7, D, negative 3, negative 1. What is the length of a diagonal? One of the things about a rectangle is that the diagonals are congruent. So all we need to do is find one of those. Okay, so basically this is a problem that we just got done doing about 2 problems ago with the distance formula, except for it's disguised. All we need to do is find either AC or BD. It doesn't matter which one. So let's just pick AC. A, I know is 2, negative 1. C, I know is negative 3, 7. So all I need to do is find the distance between those 2 points using the distance formula. Okay, so the important thing is to read through all the problem, see what they're asking, and then in this case all we have to do is apply the distance formula. So distance formula in this case, square root of what minus what? Negative 3 minus 2 squared plus 7 minus negative 1 squared. Okay, so what is negative 3 minus 2? What is 7 minus negative 1? 8. So I end up with the square root of plus 64. So what's your answer going to be then? Root 89. Now, say for example you're a little unsure of your answer here. Okay, and you don't think, and that's right. What you can do then is find what BD is, go through the same process, and if you get the same answer, they're both going to be correct. Okay, they both should be the exact same. All right, questions? Okay, so real quick, here are your distance formula and slope formula. Once again, they should be on that sheet. Okay, they are actually on that sheet, so make sure you know where those are located so that if you forget them, you've got them there. So you should be able to finish the rest of the worksheet tomorrow. We'll be moving on. We'll be talking about graphs of lines. So anyway.